Wednesday afternoon, January 3rd, 2018, and it's time now for the Peter Channel News Report on this Wednesday afternoon, January 3rd, 2018. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 12 noon on this Wednesday afternoon. Top story Peter Channel News Report is Steve Bannon says 2016 Trump Tower meeting was treasonous. Why nuclear war with North Korea is less likely than you think. Light snow falls in Florida and Georgia as winter storm hits the south and headed our way. Mormon Church President Thomas Bunson dies at the age of 90. Firm that contacts Steele Dorsey said was shocked by findings on Trump. Ex-hostage boy makes video court appearance. Tens of thousands of people have protested in Iran, and the French foreign minister postpones trip to Tehran. Israelis voice warnings Palestinians talk of blackmail and wake of their tweets by Trump. Iranian-backed terror cell uncovered in West Bank, agent arrested. Nikki Haley on Iran long posts press people are rising up against their dictators. Powerball, Mega Millions, jackpots both top $400 million for the first time. Teen accused of killing her New Year's Eve date and a botched gun theft. Or natural retirement means that the Senate could give even less bipartisan than health care. South Korea's claim of close cooperation in the United States on rapidly evolving developments with North Korea was a response to the U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham. Iranians held pro-government rallies back in the Islamic establishment Wednesday while the Revolutionary Guard says anti-government protests are over. China has welcomed news of detonating between North and South Korea after two sides agreed to re-establish a contract after months of tensions. The Federal Emergency Management Agency announced it has brought in access to disaster relief aid to religious groups and houses of worship. Dominated by a scanner for $7.9 million after nuclear flop. U.S. blocks MoneyGram sale to China's end financial and national security concerns. Delta Flight turned around to ice due to mysterious noise. And Chief of McDonald's defends George Deluxe of franchisees as looking at stocks today now, up 40.57 points at 24,864.58. SP 5 up 11.45 points at 2707.26. And the Nasdaq up 43.17 points at $7.50.19. No alien mega structure stars weird dimming likely caused by dust. Falcon 9 will finally launch with mystery Zuma payload Friday night. Fire reductions make methane numbers add up. Gene therapy inherited bond that sets person with $850,000 price tag. Nutrition experts rank the best diets to try in 2018 are the top 11. Food. Several hospital appointments postponed to cancel due to pressures on NHS. $53 minutes ago in Revere, Massachusetts, a 99 Belknap Avenue, small fire in rear of the building, icy conditions, fire extinguished, Revere fire, checking extensions, ambulance request for his homeowner may have fell and dislocated ankle. PHL News Time is 12:03 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a sport. The Norton Lancers ice hockey team will have a game against the Ashland Clockers. Game time, 7:20 p.m. in Foxborough. And the Boston Celtics have a game 8 o'clock against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Rich Rodriguez fired as Arizona headquarters amid sexual harassment allegations. And former quarterback says John Gruden would be perfect as Derek Carr for the Oakland Raiders. Channel News Time is 12:03 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Beep beep! Let's study off on the MBTA with a Fairmont train 763, 11:45 a.m. from South Station up in 10 minutes between South Station and Reedville due to train traffic, and Greenbush Line train 080, 10:35 a.m. from Greenbush is up at 10:50 minutes late between Quincy Center and South Station due to a mechanical issue, and the ferries they are looking good. Okay, looking at the hours and byways of New England. Let's start off down in Rhode Island, in which 146 on the northbound side, so between 99 and 146A in the North Smithfield area, and 95 on the northbound side, back to between Route 10 and Crescent Ave to downtown Providence Route 195. 130 westbound side, Lawson and Jamestown stretch. Out in the Cape, it's looking good. Route 3 to the southbound side, little slow after Route 139 in Marshfield, Mass. 495 on both ends, backed up around Route 105 in the Middleborough. 95 on the southbound side, it is slow around Route 128 in Canton. 7 Expressway, southbound side, Little Sun on Braintree Split. 495 on the northbound side, backed up to Route 85 in Upland. 7 Expressway on 93 on both ends, backed around the Tip of the Hill Tunnel around the Mass Pike. 120 on the southbound side, backed up between Redden and Route 93. 120 on the northbound side, backed up between 230 and Woburn all the way to Route 93 out in Redden. 93 is up on side. It is backed up between 129 and Redden down to Stoneham. 390, 395 otherwise looking good from 120 to the New Hampshire border. 495 on us. Southbound side is backed up between Amesbury and Merrimack. 290 on the westbound side is backed up between Worcester all the way to Auburn. Western Massachusetts highways out looking good. Hartford and vicinity highways out looking good. Route 9 eastbound side is backed around Middletown, Connecticut stretch. 95 on the northbound side is backed up between Milford and West Haven. 84 westbound side is Wilson, Newtown, Connecticut. Up north, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine highways out looking good except between Interstate A79. 91 on the southbound side, also have to clean with upstate New York, Vermont, and Interstate A8 on the eastbound side, so around the 30 in Schenectady, New York. Peter Childers, Star Beers. 12:05 on this Wednesday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. Looking at the radar satellite looping, it shows some clouds coming in much of southwestern Connecticut all the way down to 7 New York State, including New York City and vicinity, and stretching all the way down to the Florida. And this is a storm snow showers coming in much of eastern Georgia and South Carolina with some sleet from the South Carolina coast from Charleston and down to Georgia, and rain showers from central Florida stretching up in coastal Georgia and coastal South Carolina, and heavy band of rain showers south of Charleston, South Carolina, all the way up to Jacksonville and Daytona Beach, Florida, and raining east of Tampa and around Fort Myers, and raining north of Miami. And time to see timing on the storm. The storm will make its way towards, continue to be in Georgia and South Carolina about much of the afternoon, and then approach the North Carolina coast and the state of North Carolina by evening time. So Charleston and Raleigh could be in the mix of the storm by 8 o'clock, and then it'll be in Virginia by about tonight. Up to the Chesapeake Bay around 10 o'clock, and then head its way towards the Jersey Shore by about midnight, and then 1 a.m. it'll be headed towards New York City by about 1 a.m., and then 3 a.m. will be in Connecticut. 5 a.m. A closer look at this, it'll be around 5 a.m. It'll be around the south coast of Massachusetts and coastal Rhode Island and Connecticut, much of New York City by about 5 a.m. And we'll be in the snow thick of the things by about 6:30 a.m. So we'll keep on what the storm will do. Currently around the region, it's in the 20s for much of the region. In southern New England, to teens and 20s for much of northern New England, with a 1 degree reading in Mount Washington, New Hampshire. Alright, let's take a look at our current conditions in North Massachusetts. 26 degrees at temperature, humidity of 50%, and the barometer 3.25 inches, and it's falling slowly. Winds west-southwest at 4 miles an hour. And this is the pick of the day, because tomorrow we're going to be dealing with snow and wind. We're under winter storm 1 in effect from 1 a.m. Thursday to 1 a.m. on Friday. Heavy snow expected. Travel will be very difficult to impossible. Damage to trees and power lines is possible. Total circulation of 8 to 12 inches with localized amounts up to 14 inches are expected. Portions of eastern Massachusetts and all of Rhode Island except block on from 1 a.m. Thursday to 1 a.m. on Friday. Near blizzard conditions and likely in this region significant reductions and visibly are possible with near whiteout conditions for the time on Thursday. And also Friday and Saturday, another bitter blast of cold air is expected, and wind chill headlines will likely be needed again. Wind advisory may be needed, and throughout the weekend the prolonged bitter cold brings the chance of isolated freeze-up ice jams within interior 7 New England, and freeze-up ice jams could produce flooding upriver of the ice jam location, and the ice formation also likely in harbors, bays, and inlets. Okay, take a look at the forecast. Goes like this. For this afternoon, sunny sky, about 20 degrees, calm wind for tonight. Snow like May after 5 a.m. and crisp skies, about 18 degrees, and calm wind becoming the north end Friday, 8 miles after midnight. Chest pitch is 6%. New snow conditions less than 1 inch possible for Thursday. Snow can be every time. High 29 degrees, and bus route north and about 11 to 20 miles gust size, 46 miles an hour. Chest pitch is 1%. New snow conditions of 8 to 12 inches possible for Thursday night. Snow at Maine before 10 p.m. Around 9 above. Wind chill about below 0. West about 11 to 18 miles gust size. 46 miles an hour, chest pitch is 8%. New snow conditions around an inch possible for Friday. But the Sunday podcast sky about 13 miles 3 degrees, and west about 11 and 13 miles gust size, 38 miles an hour for Saturday, sunny and cold, high about 8 above, low about 10 below. For Sunday, mostly sunny, about 18 degrees. And Sunday night, chance of snow or stars at 1 a.m. Mostly clouds, about 13 above. Chesapeake is 30% for Monday, and chance of snow showers, mostly clouds, about 35, about 27 degrees. And Chesapeake is 35%. And for Tuesday, chances of rain and snow and sleet, clouds, about 39 degrees. And Chesapeake is 40%. And that's going to be it for the Peter channel. New news report on this January 3rd, 2018 on a Wednesday afternoon. I'm Peter J. Woods. You have a good afternoon, goodbye, agent, and I'll see you. Hope you have a good evening. Hope you have a good afternoon.